a lot of people still have doubt because they want to throw shade. They just can't grip their mind over the fact that how I performed in the fight versus him.
I don't think it's a bad fight, Sean. I mean, I think it's a good fight, and it's not a fight that shocked me, because you have to understand, in boxing, the best are fighting the best.
Terence Crawford recently shared his thoughts on his highly anticipated showdown with Canelo Alvarez set for September 13th. Meanwhile, veteran trainer Abel Sanchez weighed in, praising Crawford as an exceptional fighter but emphasizing the importance of weight classes. Sanchez highlighted that Canelo proved his greatness by defeating elite opponents as he moved up in weight. However, he cautioned that Crawford's rapid jump from 140 to 160 pounds in just over a year could be risky. Without years of naturally building size like Canelo did, Sanchez believes Crawford faces an uphill battle in this dangerous challenge.
Terence Crawford is a great fighter, but that's why we have weight divisions. I think that Canelo has proven as he has risen in the weights. He's dealt with the best in his weight divisions that he's at now. He fought Bivol, and Bivol couldn't hurt him. He fought my guy, and my guy couldn't hurt him in 2 fights. The third fight I wouldn't even count as a fight. But to have a guy come up from 140 pounds in such a short period of time, I'm not saying he couldn't have done it. If he'd have taken 3 or 4 years like Canelo did and built up not only his strength but his bulk in the correct way, he would have had a better chance. But to do it in these 14, 15 months that he's done it in, it's going to be difficult.
Abel Sanchez further predicted the early rounds will favor Terence Crawford due to his speed, drawing comparisons to Gennady Golovkin's fight with Kell Brook. However, he noted that once Canelo adapts to Crawford's movement, the added weight will begin to slow Crawford down. Sanchez believes that after this adjustment, the bout could turn into what feels like a sparring session for Canelo, similar to many of his past fights. By rounds 5 or 6, he expects Canelo's experience and power to dominate, making the challenge far more difficult for Crawford as the fight progresses.
I think that it's a tough fight at the first 3 or 4 rounds because of his speed, just like when we took Golovkin to fight Kell Brook. Kell Brook, being a welterweight, was a little faster, quicker at the beginning. But once Canelo assimilates the speed and assimilates the movement, and Crawford's going to be a lot slower because of the weight also. Once he does that, I think it'll be a sparring session for Canelo, as it is in most of his last 4 or 5 fights. After the 5th or 6th round, it seems like it's a sparring session. He's doing whatever he wants.
Abel Sanchez concluded that adding weight might not favor Terence Crawford. He questioned reports suggesting Crawford could weigh between 180 and 190 pounds on fight night, calling it excessive. According to Sanchez, dropping to 168 is too drastic, and a range of 158 to 160 pounds would have been ideal. He warned that entering the ring too heavy will likely hinder Crawford's speed without significantly increasing his punching power, which could ultimately work against him in such a high-stakes bout against Canelo Alvarez.
I feel like people don't realise it with Crawford. Like when he's putting this weight on, this is almost weight that may not even be beneficial to him.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to benefit him. I'm really looking forward to seeing what he weighs fight night. If the reports that I've read, he's up at 180 pounds, 190 pounds. So if he drops down to 168, I think it'll be too much. I thought that maybe 160, 158 maybe was the best form. But if he's comes in at 168 or 170 pounds by fight night, 175, I think it'll be too much. I think he'll be slower. He's not going to punch any harder just because he got the weight.
Terence Crawford expressed satisfaction that he's finally getting the respect he deserves. He noted that many people now recognize his skills, especially after his dominant victory over Errol Spence Jr. While a large number of fans have praised his performance, Crawford acknowledged that some critics still attempt to downplay his achievement. According to him, detractors made excuses, claiming Spence wasn't the same fighter, had remained too long at his weight class, or was distracted by personal issues. Crawford revealed he anticipated such comments before the fight even happened. Ultimately, he feels the recognition he's receiving now is well-earned.
Do you feel like you're finally getting the credit that you deserve?
Yeah, for sure. I think a lot of people, see my talent, they recognize it, and the fashion that I've defeated Errol Spence Jr. and a lot of people give me my credit now, and a lot of people still have doubt because they want to throw shade. They just can't grip their mind over the fact that how I performed in a fight versus him. So they would say, oh, well, he wasn't the same fighter, or he was hurt, or this and that and this. He stayed in the weight division too long. But the crazy part about it is I had already stated that those was going to be the excuses come fight time when me and him fight. But, you know, all in all, I'm getting my respect.
Ben Davison admitted he admires Terence Crawford, but strongly favors Canelo Alvarez in this matchup. He explained that Canelo often shocks opponents not just with his size, but with the depth and versatility of his skill set. According to Davison, he simply doesn't see a clear path for Crawford to secure a victory.
Canelo Crawford, I'll just get your thoughts on that fight, please.
Yeah, look, you know, I like Crawford and I like his guys and that, but I heavily favour Canelo. So yeah.
What, is he simply just size, just too big?
Not just size, there's a number of factors, and I think that a lot of people picture Canelo to be a certain something, and when they get in the ring with him they see how many layers he's got to his game, and I just struggle to see a path to victory for Crawford, if I'm being honest.
Ben Davison acknowledged that Canelo Alvarez has shown inconsistency at times, but expects him to be completely focused against Terence Crawford. He noted that while Canelo respects Crawford's skills, he possesses multiple strategies to secure victory. Davison revealed that when the fight was announced, he predicted a decisive win for Canelo and still sees no practical path for Crawford to overcome him.
The night you worked with him, with Billy Joe, that is, against Canelo, do you see a version which has slowed down since?
I think he has on and off performances, and being honest, when it was first made I thought Canelo, like, not even, like, don't even need to look at it. Then Crawford boxed Madrimov and I thought, then Canelo boxed Skull and I thought, oh, so then, but no, yeah, I think he has a few of those performances here and there, and he just looked disinterested, but I think he'd be well up for this fight, and I think he's got a healthy respect for Crawford. But like I said, I just struggled to. I can see a number of paths to victory for Canelo. I struggled to see a path to victory for Crawford.
John Ryder suggested that Terence Crawford used Dmitry Bivol's in-and-out movement strategy against Canelo Alvarez. He praised Crawford as an exceptional fighter who has excelled across multiple weight divisions, but cautioned that the size difference will play a major role. Ryder noted that Crawford might have benefited from gradually moving up in weight, yet he acknowledged that elite fighters often take significant risks when the right opportunity presents itself.
You faced Canelo. If you could give some pointers to Crawford, what should he do to come out victorious in September?
I think you just got to watch the Bivol blueprint, the in and out. I mean, a lot of fighters getting stick now for being runners, Tom and Jerry and whatnot. But stick to what you're good at. Terence Crawford is an exceptional talent. He's won titles through the weights, undisputed at, was it 3 weights now? And listen, if anyone can do it, it's him. I think the weight will be too much of an issue. Canelo is a special talent, and I think the weight will play a factor in the fight. But listen, Canelo once done it and made the step up to 2 middleweight. I would like Crawford to be more at light middle and middle to build into it, but you take these opportunities when they come, and that's what greatness is.
Richard Johnson described the Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford fight as a 50-50 contest, but admitted competing against Canelo is extremely challenging. At 168 pounds, he believes the size difference will be decisive, with Canelo's power, experience, and physical presence potentially overwhelming Crawford. Johnson emphasized that in this high-stakes, career-defining matchup between two elite champions from different natural weight classes, Canelo's advantages could prove too significant for Crawford to overcome.
Last question, Rich. Canelo Crawford, September 13th, arguably the biggest fight since Pacquiao, Mayweather. Who you got?
I don't know. I want to say Crawford, but it's like you can't speak on Canelo either. 168. That's a 50-50 fight.
You think the size is going to be the determining factor?
I ain't gonna lie. No, I think Canelo might get him. I think he's too big.
Amir Khan described the Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford clash as an outstanding matchup, emphasizing that boxing thrives when the best face the best. He praised recent investments in the sport for enabling such monumental fights. Khan compared it to previous high-profile bouts like Alexander Usyk versus Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua's elite-level showdowns, highlighting that both fighters are at the peak of their careers with remarkable achievements. He added that there's no true loser in this contest, as both are set to deliver top-tier entertainment, making the outcome highly unpredictable and thrilling for boxing fans worldwide.
I don't think it's a bad fight, Sean. I mean, I think it's a good fight, and it's not a fight that shocked me, because you have to understand, in boxing, the best are fighting the best. And, you know, with the money that Turkey Sheikh's got now and pumped it into boxing, the best are going to have to fight the best. And we've seen some mega fights, for example, Usyk and Fury and Joshua and, you know, all the top guys are fighting each other. So this is great to see that Turkey's making these fights happen that we never thought would happen. And both, sorry about that, guys, that noise. But I was just saying that I just feel that it's an amazing fight for boxing fans. This fight is, because there's no loser in this fight. Both fighters have hit their best. They've hit the peak of their careers. They've achieved so much in the sport of boxing, and I just don't think that there's a loser in this fight, because both guys are winners, because they're gonna give such great entertainment to the boxing fans. I mean, it's hard to see who's gonna win this fight. Is it going to be Crawford or is it going to be Canelo? It's a hard fight to solve for us.
Sean Porter predicted a 60-40 edge for Terence Crawford over Canelo Alvarez, emphasizing Crawford's unique ability to challenge Canelo in ways no one has before. Robert Garcia highlighted Crawford's speed, agility, and skill set, noting Canelo's recent tendency to fight more cautiously, which could favor Crawford. Dmitry Bivol praised Crawford's adaptability and boxing IQ, while Roy Jones Jr. stressed skill over size, confident Crawford can handle punches at higher weights. Brian Norman Sr. and Shane Mosley echoed similar sentiments, admiring Crawford's talent but recognizing Canelo's power and size advantage.